然後翻嚟下半集嘅 Hong Kong Survivor 啦。咁我哋今集係講見紅啦。咁以前我成日睇到啲片咧，睇到啲電影咧。
我想問呢樣嘢先，你驚唔驚見到流血㗎？
我應該都 OK 嘅，但係如果個情況太 worse 嘅話，我應該會嘔啊！
你最恐怖見到流血嘅係啲咩情況？
最恐怖見到流血，我諗睇恐懼鬥室咯。
係，咁但係你係假嘅嘛，睇電影啊嘛，真實嘅咧？
真實嘅就係我以前細個嘅時候咧，就喺遊樂場冚爆咗個下巴，係真係自己下巴，依家都仲有笪啦喺度嘅，就叭叭聲流血㗎，係真係。但係可能嗰陣時仲細，就唔會話太敏感。咁啦，對呢樣嘢係不過我自己如果煮餸啊嗰啲咧，見到血都唔會驚嘅。
我真實最見到流血最多嘅咧，就係有時去食呢啲麻辣火鍋嗰啲啊。
佢點解會流血啊？
因為佢痔瘡爆咗之後，成個馬桶佢都係血，係啊，都會咁樣。因為有時流血咧係好恐怖啊，即係唔好忽略咗有時即係。男人咧，特別係男人咧，係會自漏啊，即係咁啤聲流血，一有壓力咧就會流血。
或者可能咧，我自己我同我兩個妹咧都好易流鼻血㗎，冬天係啊，可能咁樣都會有啲免疫咁。
我見過一次最恐怖咧，都係喺路邊啦，見到有人俾車車到啦。我未見過。爆頭啦！爆頭，跟住啲血咧喺個 pavement 嗰度一直喺個坑渠咁樣流出嚟，係咁啤啤聲咁樣。呢
個情況我未見過，我諗可能我會有啲唔舒服咯，會覺得。
我就見到血，我唔驚嘅，即係我唔怕見到血嘅。咁但係始終咧，即係你見哇，原來人可以流咁多血咧，你係覺得係哇，咁我哋身體裏邊其實大部分都係真係血液嚟。
係啊，咁其實咧，如果你以前都應該會有睇到有啲戲咧，其實例如我唔知 Rambo 有冇啊，因為我冇睇過，咁就會有啲嗰啲叫咩？好幼嘅繩就係咁，如果你傷口咧，或者可能睇僵屍片喎好多㗎啦，就係可能譬如前臂俾僵屍咬咗嘅話咧，
紮住隻手，
就即刻紮住，唔好俾啲僵屍毒液血流到成身都係嘅。
佢其實主要就係將你呢條大血管咧綁實佢，等你啲血液咧就唔好喺個傷口度流出嚟。
但係係咪真係樣樣嘢都可以做到咁樣嘅效果咧？
止血咧就絕對係幫得到手嘅，但係其實你亦都相對地咧。停止你嘅血液咧流去你嘅肢體嘅部位嗰度。咁如果冇血液去到你嘅肢體部位咁，
就變咗紫色啊！
咁咪即係會壞死啦，壞死要切柒咗佢。
唔得啊！
咁咪唔掂㗎。咁所以呢個方法咧，其實係治標唔治本嘅，即係會係停咗一陣間流血，但係其實對成件事咧係冇幫助，因為你可能分分鐘咧一個搞得唔妥當咧，你嘅手係會俾人切咗佢。咁所以咧，以下介紹一種方法咧。就係糅合咗，又用呢一種方法將你嘅血管紮實，停止佢流血，但亦都可以咧，你喺適當嘅時候咧就減壓，等啲血液向翻前面流。咁 make sure 咧，你唔好因為流血有創口流血，要停止流血，令你嘅手係廢咗嘅。
我哋去睇下片先。
好啊。
Jacob, get him to cover! In today's scenario, we're going to go over when to use a tourniquet. Right now, what our scenario is Braden here has been shot. So this is a gunshot wound, but we're still under fire. We've taken him, we returned fire, and we drug him back to concealment and some cover. That's the most important thing to do. When there's an injury and you are still under fire, or you're still in danger or in a firefight, the first thing you do is always return fire. Return fire, then get yourself and the patient to cover or concealment. So that's what we've done. We're now here in this concealment, we have his wound, and we're going to begin treating. So what we're going to do is apply a tourniquet. You are only allowed to stop major hemorrhaging or apply a tourniquet during a firefight. Once we have the tourniquet on, we can work on getting him to safety, and that's when we can worry about treating the wound better or more. It's important to note that during Z-Day or any combat situation, every individual needs to have their own IFAK, which is individual first aid kit. When a person is injured, you need to use their first aid kit. You need to use their equipment. Because if I use my personal equipment and then he gets taken off, he has now taken his IFAK and part of mine. So now we're going to go over how to apply a tourniquet. The rule of thumb is you need to place the tourniquet 2 to 4 inches above the wound. But many medics today will tell you to just go ahead if it's on the lower wound, to not put the tourniquet anywhere on the lower limb, that's what I meant, sorry, lower limb, and apply it just to the upper leg. There's only one bone in the upper leg instead of two, which are in the lower, so you can get a tighter cinch and pinch that artery down better. So because this is so close to the knee, and it's on the lower leg, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and just apply the tourniquet on the upper leg. So we have his own tourniquet, which is a cat tourniquet. We're going to go ahead and open that up. You slide it under. And because it's on the leg, you're going to put it through both of these loops right here. On the arm, it is okay just to put it through one, but the leg, we need to have it a bit tighter, so we're going to put it through both. Now, one mistake that people do when putting on a tourniquet is they go ahead and leave it loose and just hope that the windlass is going to tighten enough. It's important to tighten the tourniquet as much as you can without the windlass. The windlass is only going to provide about 2 inches of tightening space. So if you leave this tourniquet loose, you only have 2 inches to work with, and it's not going to pinch off an artery. So go ahead and tighten it as much as you can without using the windlass. And you go ahead and wrap it around. This is all Velcro. Now, right here is the windlass. This right here says time. You're going to go ahead and write with the Sharpie what time you put the tourniquet on, so that hopefully you'll be able to have a doctor in Z-Day, but if not, you'll know how much time has gone by, so you can prevent any limb damage from going on, which we'll talk about later. Here's the windlass. You go ahead and turn it until you can't turn it anymore. Once you've reached that point, you drop it into these brackets right here. You put the Velcro over top of it, you write down the time, you make sure that there's no blood coming out, there's no pulsating blood, because if it's an artery, blood will be pulsating out. There are a couple of places you can check on the top of the foot to see if there's a pulse going out, but we won't go over those today. And that is how you put a tourniquet on.
聽唔聽得明佢講咩？
我聽得明啊。
嗰個叫做咩名？呢個嘢叫
佢呢個係叫
tourniquet。
我唔記得佢嗰個英文係叫咩啦，但係
Turnaquet。
咁佢咧
Tourniquet。
佢主要都係個功用係有個 mark 時間嗰個，同埋俾你扭實嗰條繩去撳住啲血，唔俾佢流咁快。
咁有幾個重點啦，呢個 tourniquet 啦，咁就係首先就係如果你係喺下肢中槍啦，咁你中咗槍咧，其實第一樣嘢就一定要還擊 fire 先啦。咁樣 make sure 啲人走咗，你就即刻走一個安全嘅地方，只可以慢慢做啊！唔通人哋肥緊你仲喺度整，你中多幾槍仆街啦，係咪先？咁第一樣嘢係咁樣，第二樣嘢就係要佢用一個扎嘅方法係啱嘅。咁同埋咧，一定要係譬如下肢中槍咧，就要扎上肢。點解咧？因
為咧啲血係由上肢流落去下肢。
冇錯，咁同埋另一樣嘢就係因為一條大腿骨啊。大腿骨咧，所以咧你可以扎得實啲，你個空間會即係冇咁多。係啊，但係如果你係下邊有兩條骨咧，咁你要紮咧就更加要費勁嘅。咁所以佢係紮上邊，咁啊紮嘅方向亦都要啱啦。咁而你亦都有個寫時間嘅地方嘛。點解要寫時間咧？因為咧
我睇到條片咧，佢就話每隔10分鐘左右咧就要鬆一鬆綁，俾啲血流翻落去嘅。係。咁因為學你話齋啦，頭先講話驚佢可能下肢可能會壞死咁樣，所以就要俾啲血液流翻。
冇錯啦。咁如果佢冇時間做 release 嗰樣嘢，起碼個醫生救到佢嗰陣時都知道，哦，原來係2個鐘頭之前已經係紮住咗啦。咁佢知道大概嗰個受傷程度同埋冇血液到你下肢，唔係下體。下肢會有幾嚴重咯，主要係會係咁樣咯。咁同埋佢嗰度佢最得意嘅就係佢個 design 係嗰支棍。咁用一個絞刑嘅形式咁嚟去整咧，咁啊紮得仲實啲。
我突然之間醒起以前我喺敦士家庭嗰個阿媽咧，扭自己嗰個拉長個人就會扭嗰個。咁
不過咧，佢呢個頭先有一個 point 咧，大家要聽得都唔知大家聽唔聽到啊？就係其實佢每呢啲嘅做嘢方法，通常係一啲嘅要有槍擊或者係啲我諗係可能係軍事啊，或者保安啊、警察啊 whatever 嘅嘢。
比較嚴重少少。
係啦，咁而呢個 tourniquet 呢個嘅物體咧，係譬如你有嘅咧， 就會喺呢個 ECD 裏邊攞出嚟咧，用喺你身上邊嘅，
係
就唔會用咗我個喺你身上面嘅。
因為你如果唔係嘅話，每個人即係如果唔 touch wood，我自己下一轉又受傷嘅話，咁我俾咗人用，我用咩咧？
咁啊冇，如果你冇帶就真係生死各安天命啊！
咁幫你唔到啦，
真係
幫你唔到啦，
就係咁現實嘅，因為呢個就係喺個combat 個環境裏邊啦，咁真係冇辦法，即係槍林彈雨之後咧，係國家自掃門前雪啦，即係盡量救咧係嗰個 kit 係救翻你自己。
係，盡量自己保障翻自己嘅安全先咯。
係啦，
係啦，咁
你講。
係咯，咁其實咧，除咗呢啲之外咧，咁我其實都有睇過，可能有啲比較再進階啲少少嘅，即係尤其是係外國嘅會用到嘅一啲要嚟止血嘅用品。其實我哋香港可能
諗都冇諗過，
甚少嘅人係會知道嘅。嗰個名咧叫 Xstat。係。因為我研究呢樣嘢嘅時候，我淨係諗到佢好似棉條嘅材料。係啊，佢就係屬於係
主要針對咩嘅傷口啊？
一個比較大範圍嘅傷口，
會係可能係大口徑嘅子彈啦。係
啦，就可能比較你個傷口比較大少少嘅，咁可能就會比較啱適合用呢一樣嘅產品。
嗱，以下嘅片段咧係會令大家有少少不安嘅。係
啦。
咁你亦都係感嘆到外國人嘅喺個醫學嗰方面嘅急救嘅技術嗰方面咧係有幾先進嘅。所以有啲都自嘆不如，我完全未睇過呢樣嘢究竟係啲乜嘢？即係科技係真係以救人為本嘅。咁我哋咧就有一條舊嘅片咧，就係 Saving Private Ryan 啦，就係睇下以前二次大戰嗰時中槍嘅士兵，佢哋急救隊點樣去幫佢哋啦。對比翻呢個 Xstat 啊。唔係 Xstat 嗰種改進程度會係點？你睇到兩個年代嘅對比咧，五六十年前嘅對比嘅急救嘅方法、止血嘅方法 versus 而家嘅高科技嘅止血方法，你要感嘆到咧，而家係去得太快啦，同埋個科技係真係可以喺extreme 嘅時候係可以點樣去幫得到人，救翻人哋一命嘅。
How's it look? How's it look? You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Now get some morphine. Get some morphine. I'm shot in spine. Shot in spine. Lift him up. All right, easy. Come on. Easy, easy. Put some pressure. Easy. Lift him up. Okay, it's okay, dog. It's all right. Wait, you got an exit wound. It's in the small of your back. How big's the hole in it? About the size of an acorn. It's fine. Okay, put him down. Put him down. All right. Some pressure on it. Some pressure on it. Some pressure on it.
真係嗰方面。
哇！有少少恐怖啊！佢嗰啲傷口如果真係唔即時咁樣去止血嘅話，其實你會見到，尤其是係喺個 body 嗰個位置，其實佢會一路流血㗎。咁其實我諗喺以前嘅戰爭裏邊咧，亦都好多人係因為呢種嘅子彈嘅受傷咧，係冇個辦法係好得翻嘅。係。咁所以咧，以下條片咧就話俾大家聽咧，而家係點樣幫大家手嘅。我可以播一播片啊，老唔該。
Tiny sponges made from wood pulp and coated with chitosan are biocompatible, fast-expanding, and capable of stopping bleeding. By inserting the syringe into the wound and injecting tiny sponges as close to the artery as possible, the rapidly expanding sponges can seal the wound in just 15 seconds. The X-shaped markers on the sponges can be detected by X-ray machines to prevent them from being accidentally left inside the body.
Medical device designed to stop bleeding from small narrow entrance wounds like a gunshot wound. You take the device, you literally plunge it into the wound or the bullet hole, and you shoot the sponges into the wound. As soon as they come into contact with blood, they rapidly expand and fill up the wound and compress it and get the bleeding to stop.
睇到都肉痛啊！不過呢啲創傷其實真係可能又喺打仗嘅情況先至會遇到。
係啊，咁你睇得到啦，佢其實基本上將嗰個插嗰嚿嘢咧，再擴翻大個傷口，
係啊，
然後再將啲 sponge 打落去。
所以我點解話佢似麵條？
其實 sponge 知唔知中文係咩啊？
唔知。
sponge 係海綿。
SpongeBob。
係啊，海綿。咁其實佢就間硬將啲海綿射到即係貼，等佢咧其實個做法就係點咧？將啲海綿吸滿晒血啦，佢咪賺實咗你個傷口咯。賺實咗傷口，其實基本上已經再冇流血嘅空間啦。咁而逼住壓住嗰個血管，等個血管係
等佢壓力大啲咁樣。
係啦，壓住佢愈合嘅各方面嘅嘢。不過我覺得最有效嘅攞子彈方法，你知唔知喺邊度學㗎？
唔知啊。
你有冇睇過國產定七？
有睇過，但係唔記得。
播住鹹帶睇，跟住將你嘅念力將嘅血集中喺一點，然後就嚟啦，幫我割咗嚟啊！
得唔得㗎？
得嘅，因為依個以念力將佢集中咗一笪地方嗰度，咁嚟止血咯。
係，我諗對於香港人嚟講咧，最有效嘅方法，其實因為依家有啲醫療輔助隊啊，或者可能聖約翰救傷隊咧，佢哋都會有provide 一啲急救嘅課程嘅。
嗱，我覺得呢一樣嘢就咁樣講啦，即係你與其指意嗰啲咩聖約翰救傷隊啊、急救人去幫你手咧，其實最緊要咧就係學識自救嘅。咁但係我好感嘆一樣嘢咧，我諗你讀書嗰陣時有冇學過急救啊？
學校其實係冇教過呢樣嘢。
係啊，即係
可能淨係嗰啲人工呼吸嗰啲會賴過講過。
童軍嗰陣時有冇教你啊？
童軍有嘅。
童軍會教 ，road safety 會有啦 ，Red Cross 會有啦。
係啊，嗰啲會。
呢啲嘅制服組織會教到大家啦。咁但係我自己小弟覺得咧，其實應該呢種嘅急救嘅課程咧，其實基本係要喺國民教育裏邊係要有嘅。應該要有。係啊，因為點解咧？除咗你可以喺適當嘅方法技術救到自己條命啦，甚至你又無可以係幫到其他嘅人嚟嘅。係㗎，其實你睇日本嗰邊其實。好似佢小學都已經係有教，如果你地震嘅時候，你點樣去自救咁樣。咁我哋香港人咧，即係我知道啦，譬如見到萬里望啊，或者土豪啊喺街咁流咗地血啦，我哋會點樣去做？拎個手機出嚟，拎個手機出嚟影啦，跟住即刻鋪上網。係啊，夠不撚啦！即係你香港人就係咁樣樣廢柴咯，即係係咁撲街嘅。咁但係我好希望各位醒目嘅族友啦，同埋識得捧下 Nicky 歌唱嘅族友學到呢啲咁嘅求生技能嘅，其實我哋應該咧都應該有公餘啊，或者課餘啊，或者係有時間嘅時候咧，學翻一種急救嘅方式。係啊，要增值下自己，唔好講話淨係書本上面或者可能睇好多經濟啊嗰啲其實都冇用啊！你睇完都唔撚記得㗎啦。冇撚錯。但係你急救嗰啲咧，譬如你自己真係唔覺意喺屋企切親手嘅，煮餸切親手，你起碼你如果真係個傷口大啲嘅話，唔通下去急症室咩？等都等你幾個鐘啦。好簡單講一樣嘢啦，譬如喺個大廈裏邊跌咗塊玻璃落嚟，灰嘅碎片濺親人哋隻腳嘅大動脈，咁我哋今日已經大家起碼學識咗一個方法去點樣救，因為呢啲唔係唔會發生嘅喎。以香港引入咁多嘅中國建築嘅工程公司嚟整，又偷工減料又塵，係咪啊？即係一定會有機會會發生嘅，或者你地陷跌咗落地下度冚親個頭，咁呢啲又可以幫到手。係啊，隨時都會有好多唔覺意嘅意外發生到。好老實講。中國人咧嘅基因咧就係有一個叫差不多基因喺度嘅。渣流啊，即係簡單啲嚟講，叫渣流。頭緊期學緊咗就當係學緊咗啦。嗱，我哋以下嘅片段咧係臨結尾前我哋送俾大家啦。咁就係睇下人哋咧學急救嗰陣時咧係點認真法嘅。好啦，臨結尾咧我哋都會呼籲下大家啦，如果去聖約翰救傷會裏邊學咧。係一個課程有幾多鐘頭啊？30個鐘。收幾多錢啊？收應該都好平嘅啫噃。好似240蚊嘅。240其實都唔貴，你除翻開30個鐘，其實8蚊堂。係8蚊堂嘅話，其實係真係救人一命只需8蚊一堂。咁係值得去，大家去學下嘅。聖約翰救傷隊，大家去學下呢個課程真值啊！好似阿 Nicky 哥話事嘅。咁啊，臨結尾睇睇人哋點樣去學急救，點認真法嗰種認真程度係嚇你一跳。我哋再同大家拜個年啦。係啦，拜多個見紅嘅年啦，恭喜！見紅嘅年，賺錢賺到見紅。賺錢賺到見紅，揾錢揾到見紅啦。Nicky 哥啊，醒目啊！OK，恭喜大家出入平安，萬事如意。下集見，新年見。Everything is huge. Telling you to yourself.
Brutal, just gonna hold his bone and brutal. I think I'd rather bleed to death. Figure his mind off of it anyway.
係咪睇極都唔夠喉呢？
如果想繼續睇我哋咁精彩嘅節目，
就要上 lojo.com 訂閱我哋嘅頻道。
冇錯啦，大家仲可以 subscribe 埋我哋 YouTube channel 嘅 Lojo HK 喎。
係啦，仲可以咧上我哋 Facebook 專頁去 like 我哋噶。
冇錯啊！如果大家咧平時會用手機上網睇片嘅話咧，就可以 download 埋我哋嘅 Apps，iOS 同埋 Android 咧都係叫做 MIHK 喎。
係啦，所以我哋而家蘋果機都可以睇啦，
隨時隨地都可以睇到我哋嘅節目啊！